Attention bowlers, we are going to get started. Please finish your warm-up frames. We'll be changing to scoring in just a moment. Welcome to Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire for an ACST match in Class E North. I'm Steve Kelly. Tonight's match is going to be pretty fantastic. It's going to be Nathan McLaughlin versus Hunter Archambault in the capital of New Hampshire at Concord, New Hampshire. Hunter Archambault travels northbound from his normal home house of Harvard Lanes, and he is going to see if he can put on an awesome performance this evening, challenging the home bowler. Nathan McLaughlin will begin first. That's a split. 4-10. Found the head pin, going for a piece of wood for a spare on the 4. Takes the 10. The 4 is untouched. I'm Steve here in the broadcast booth. How are you all at home and here, or anywhere really? 3-ball spare welcomes you to this ACST match featuring Nathan McLaughlin and Hunter Archambault. There's Nathan McLaughlin, who will open up with a 9-box to start things off. The match format is 5 strings with 14 points on offer. It's 2 points per string and 4 for total pinfall. If there is a tie, the points are evenly split. Some housekeeping for you this evening. Candlepin bowling, based out of New England and Canada, is a bit different from 10-pin bowling. We don't clear the deadwood around the pins. There are 3 balls per frame if no strikes or spares are thrown. Nathan McLaughlin drops 7. 1-2-7. The game is a little different. But first of all, let's talk about a great shot from Nate McLaughlin, a spare. It's a more precise game than 10-pin. To continue that thought, here's the spare. Look at that. On the 1-2 pocket, kick into the 7. Candlepin bowling, there's more entropy, smaller targets, no oil patterns, different kind of physics overall. And there's a nice 7 fill by Nathan McLaughlin. 2-4-10. He's 26 after 2. And he wants to cut left to right. Piece of spinny wood. A spinny messenger takes the 10, but the object pin is left. That's the 2 pin down there. And he'll take it for the 10. Like I said, 3 balls per frame if no strikes or spares are thrown. If you take all pins down on the 3rd ball, that's a 10 box. So that's 36 through 3 for Nathan McLaughlin. ACST bowlers presently average between 82 and 128 at the extreme ends. To give you an idea of the skill difference across all of the bowlers in the league, from Class E all the way up to Class A. You're watching Class E this evening. There's a split for Nathan McLaughlin, 7 drop. His 3rd 7 drop in a row, and his 3rd split of the game. 6-7-10. And Nate will take the 2 on the right and leave the 1 on the left. Subtitles and live captions are available should you need or want them. YouTube should have a transcript feature handy as well. McLaughlin for the 10. He'll take the 10. 46 through 4. So I'm going to call the match for you in audio form, as well as keep the scoreboard updated on your screen. My scoreboard here is unofficial. The bowlers make the final calls on scores. If there's any conflicts, I'll go with what they have, unless they ask me for another set of eyes. And every once in a while, I might stop to verify scores if something seems wildly wrong or out of sync. I appreciate your patience if that happens. 6 drop for Nate McLaughlin, 1-2-4-10. Nate McLaughlin comes to us with an overwhelmingly positive season record of 157 wins and 67 losses. And he'll chop the 2. He's shooting for a 7, 8, 9, or 10 box. Hey, if you like this content, I encourage you to consider subscribing to this channel to help us grow. Always appreciated. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comments. And that will be a 7 for Nate McLaughlin. And that's a 53.5 for Nate McLaughlin with 3 headpin shots for 5. All 3 of those headpin shots were splits. That's the opening salvo for the away bowler. And now it's time for Hunter Archambault, the defending home bowler, to debut in this match at Concord, New Hampshire, Boutwell's Bowling Center. Hunter Archambault has a season record of 83 and 113. He's bowled 14 matches out of the 18-match regular season. Will he get a strike? Yes, he will. How's that for a first ball? How's that for a statement? Hunter Archambault takes them all down on the 1-2 pocket. That 5-pin get mowed down, rolled down. Hunter Archambault's on the 1-2 pocket for a double strike attempt. 3-9-10. It's a 7-drop so far. For the spare, will he get it? Yes, the ball stays on target. Very well done. That's a big 20 in the first, followed by a spare in the second. Let's watch that again by Hunter. Yeah, look at the way the ball got stopped but kept spinning. That was cool. 30 and a bonus for Hunter. Archambault just a little bit to the left of the head pin. He's filling the spare with 5. 1, 3, 6, 7, 8. And that puts him at 35 after 2. After 2. Hunter on the head pin. Hunter hunts the head pin. He leaves the 6 and the 7. Was just a little full. Eight, 9, or 10 for Hunter Archambault. And it will be an 8. 43 and 3. Hunter Archambault's home record 48 and 36, away record 35 and 77. Season average 97.8, away average 101, home average 96.3, high single 123, high series 518, 7 strikes, 47 spares, 61 tens. And that's a 3-drop for Hunter. That's the right side half Worcester plus the 5-pin. 40% perfect box percentage for Hunter Archambault. 29-36 seasonal pinfall so far this season. 14 matches played of 18. Currently 4th place in his division, 7th place in the wild card positionings. Second ball sailed into the void. Third ball now. Nice out. Oh, what a nice what could have been for the second ball. Ends up being the third ball. That'll be a 10 for Hunter for 53 through 4. Hunter Archambault is bowling in Class E North Division 4. He's a substitute bowler for, I believe, Diane Hammett, if I'm not mistaken. And Hunter, his first ball goes into the left side gutter. Strong start for Hunter. He's at 53 after 4. Nate McLaughlin's at 53 after 5. And Hunter on the second ball, good recovery. Not quite in the head pin, but takes 6 down. He's got the 1, 2, 4, 5. 6 down, 4 up, and it will be a 6 on the third ball for Hunter. So we got a couple of marks in early for a 59 half. That was real well done by Hunter Archambault. Nate McLaughlin comes back with a 53 half, and he'll start for the first time on the left lane today, lane 5, here on the ACST for quarter 3 of the first game of 5. Let's see what Nate McLaughlin can do. I've covered Nate McLaughlin a few times at his home house at Harvard Lanes, and I believe, if I'm not forgetting anything, I believe this is my first time covering him on the road. And here he is with a 4-drop on the head pin. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. Nate McLaughlin bowls out of Harvard Lanes, and that's a difficult house to bowl out of. If you can make it at Harvard, you can make it anywhere. I say that as someone who recently bowled out of Harvard and had a heck of a time getting the pins to fall myself. You have to really know the craft of that building and those alleys and those lanes to really get the pins to move, and I know Nate McLaughlin can do that. It prepares you for other houses, which may feel incredibly easy by comparison. So Nate McLaughlin will take a 7-box in the 6 for 60 and 6. More about Nate McLaughlin. Like I said, he has a season record of 157 and 67. On the road, he's 65 and 33. But look at that home record at Harvard, 92 and 34. Nate will mix down a few. He'll mix 4 down. Center diamond and the 6 and the 10. McLaughlin has a season average of 97.8, an away average of 98.1, a home average of 97.7, high single 136, high series 537. He misses the spare, misses the object, leaves the 1 and the 2. Nate McLaughlin has 19 strikes, 122 spares, 171 tens for the season, 40% perfect box percentage, 78-29 seasonal pinfall this season. It's an 8-box for Mr. McLaughlin. That's 68 through 7. Currently first place in his division. I mean, who'd have thunk it with that record, 157 and 67. He's in Class E North Division 4, same division as Hunter Archambault, currently second place in the class seedings. So he's nearly first place in all of Class E. 5-drop for Nate McLaughlin at Caleri right side. 136-10-8, named after Bob Caleri of Lexington, Massachusetts. I'll put it on your screen. One of these times you should Google his name or search it on YouTube for some matches from Bob Caleri. That's a leave that he didn't like so much, but it became his namesake. McLaughlin on the head pin on the second ball, leaves 4 pins standing, and it will be a 6-box for 74 through 8. At Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire this evening. Some Tuesday night bowling. McLaughlin takes out the 6, and only the 6. So in Nate McLaughlin's past 5 matches, he's taken 24-65 pins, and that's out of his seasonal take-home of 78-29 pins. He's taken 51 points in his past 5 matches, and that's an average of 10.2 points per match. That's pretty good. McLaughlin on the recovery, he almost spares up the 1-drop, leaves the 10. Pretty well done, if I may say so myself. He's shooting for the 10 box on the 10 pin with a piece of wood kind of perpendicular, a little angled in front of the 10. And it deflects the ball away for a 9. That puts Nate McLaughlin at 83 through 9. McLaughlin. Not on the head pin, takes 6 down. Bit of a tale of 2 halves here for Nate. 1-7-10-2 for the spare. Misses the head pin to the left again. 1-2-10. So Nate McLaughlin will be in the 90s for this first game. Presumably, if he can at least get 1 pin. Here we go. There's a 9. That's a 92. The scores are in for Nate McLaughlin in the first game. 4 for 10 on the head pin. All 4 of those head pin shots have been splits. 1 mark and 2 10 boxes otherwise. 92 is the first game for Nate McLaughlin. 40% on the head pin. 5.5 first ball average. Coming up next is Hunter Archambault here in quarter 4 of game 1. And wow, almost a strike. 4 pin stands. 4 pin stands last. It's looking good. It is good for a spare. So Hunter Archambault, 69 and a bonus through 6, spares up the 4 pin on the first frame of the second half. Every first frame so far of each half that Hunter has thrown has resulted in a mark. Hunter is working on a spare, and that's going to be a good fill. If you get that 5 to fall, it'll be even better, but it's a 5-7 leave, and it's an 8 fill. He's at 77 through 6. And he's attempting for the spare. He'll kick the 5 from the wood. It goes left to the 7, but not enough to really take it. Nine or 10. Ooh, deflection of wood. Unexpected, but not entirely uncommon. That will be 86 through 7 for Hunter Archambault. And he's currently in the driver's seat in this game. Barring no disasters, he should, in theory, take the first game with 2 points. Has 3 boxes to get to 92 or higher. He'll connect with the head pin, and he'll take 6 down. 3, 6, 7, 10 for Hunter. Goes into the center. Takes a piece of wood. No pins gained on the second ball. For ball 3, he leaves the 3 and the 10, and that's an 8. That's 94 through 8 for Hunter Archambault. That is the first game for Hunter. Next 2 frames will be for grand total pinfall. Here he goes. 5 go down, Caleri left side. We've had 2 Caleris tonight, both versions of them. Archambault versus the Caleri on the outside of the head pin. Takes 3 of 5. Leaves the 4 and the 7. He's going for the 10 box. He'll take 1 of 2. That's a 9 for 103 through 9. Hunter Archambault in his past 5 matches, just similar to Nathan McLaughlin. He's taken 56 points, and he's been averaging 11.2 points per match. So both these bowlers are really hot as of their recent matches. 3 go down for Hunter on the first ball. So he's got 4 in the middle and 3 in the back left. Hunter shooting for the spare. He's on the pocket. Mixes a little oddly. He's got the 4, 5, 7. And he'll make it a 7 box. That's a 110 game 1 for Mr. Archambault. Game 1 is game done. 92 McLaughlin, 110 Archambault. And that is the story of the first game. We'll be moving on to the second game here in this 5-game series in this Tuesday evening match in the ACST in Concord, New Hampshire at Boutwell's Bowling Center. Stick with us for all the action here as Nate McLaughlin starts out on lane 6 for quarter 1 of game 2. And here he is, Nate McLaughlin. Sails right. 7 go down. 1, 2, 8. That's the play for the spare. I think it has a chance of going, don't you? And it does. It has more than a chance. It has a guarantee. Spare for Nate McLaughlin in the first frame of the second game. Beautiful shot. So Nate McLaughlin's working on a spare. And off we go. That'll be a 5 fill. 15 through 1 for Nate McLaughlin. 1, 7, 10, 4, 9. Pretty when it goes, but he misses the object and only takes a couple. 1, 7, 9. And just looking to get out of this box, he'll take a 7 for 22 through 2. Nathan McLaughlin, he has 3 matches totaling over 500 in grand total pinfall. His longest streak of strings, more than 100, has been 4 in a row this season. He'll sail through the center and split 4 for a spread eagle. McLaughlin versus the spread eagle. He takes the right wing. He takes part of the left wing. He leaves the 2 and the 4. for the out. That's a nice out considering what he started with. That's 31 through 3. Nate McLaughlin, his longest streak of matches more than 500 pins and grand total pinfall in a row has been 3 consecutive. His longest winning streak where he's taken more than 7 points has been 4 in a row. Here's Nate McLaughlin on the 1-3 pocket, and he'll leave the 4-7-8. That's a triangle with the 4-pointer. McLaughlin will shave the 7 off. Nate McLaughlin averages 9.3 points per away match and 10.2 points per home match. This will be for an 8, 9, or 10 for Nathan. It'll be 40 through 4. We're having a great time at Boutwell's Bowling Center watching Hunter Archambault defend against Nathan McLaughlin in this ACST Class E North action. There's Nate McLaughlin, missed the head pin, and he'll leave the 1 and the 10, and the 1 even slid a little bit. This is frame 5, so he'll sit after this one. Can he get a spare to sit on? Not quite. I don't think that wood is angled to take it. Nope, it is out. 9 or 10 for Nate McLaughlin. He'll take a 10. A nice 50 half for Nate McLaughlin with 1 mark, 2 for 5 in the head pin, 1 split. He's 40% on the head pin this evening, 5 splits overall, and a 5.85 first ball average. 2 spares and 3 tens overall. 12 bonus pins off of fills, and his average mark fill is 6. Hunter Archambault starting game 2, second quarter of game 2 for this match, and he'll split 7, 4, 5, 7 split. No wood. I'd play the right of the 4. Kick into the left sidewall and pray you get the 5. Just like that, but he sails into the gap. Just had to be a little bit more to the left. It's not an easy shot to make. On the retry, he does the same thing. He'll take a 7 in the first. Hunter Archambault, he has, in the past 5 matches, he's taken 25-60 pins out of his overall 29-36 seasonal pinfall. He is a mid-season substitute bowler, so some of these stats may seem a little weird just because of the way the substitute system works in the ACST. But Hunter Archambault will take 5 down here. That's the 1, the 3, the 8, the 9, and the 10. In his past 5 matches, Hunter Archambault has taken 8 strikes, 44 spares, and 58 tens. He misses the object for the spare. His longest streak of strings where he's gone more than 100 in a string has been 5 consecutive. Longest streak of consecutive matches over 500 has been 2. Longest winning streak of more than 7 points per match has been 5 consecutive. For the 10 for Hunter, he'll take an 8. That's 15 and 2. Compare that to 22 through 2 for Nathan McLaughlin. And here's Nathan McLaughlin, and he'll take a few out. 4 out to be exact. Looking to spare it up. He'll miss the object to the right. He'll leave the 1 and the 8. To finish things off, he'll take a 10. A nicely fought 10 for 25 through 3 for Hunter. Archambault to the left of the head pin takes 6 down. 1, 3, 6, 8. No wood. Hunter Archambault averages 8 points per home match, 4.4 when he's on the road. He'll shave off the 3. 168. It's going to be a 7, 8, 9, or 10 box for Hunter, and he'll take a 7. That's 32 through 4. The ball is away, and it splashes when it collides with the 2 and the 4. 1, 3, 6, 7, 9. It's a 5 drop. And he'll shave a few more off. He'll leave the 1 and the 7. And he'll take a nice 10 box out of that at least. Bit of a quiet half for Hunter, but he'll take 42 after 5, 1 for 5 on the head pin. Just down by 8 to Nate McLaughlin's 50 through 5. Only one mark has been thrown this half so far by either bowler, and it's been Nate McLaughlin's spare with a 5 fill. And overall, 3 head pin shots across 2 bowlers in these past 10 boxes. And here's Nate McLaughlin. 1-2 pocket. The 9 falls towards the 10, but it stands and fights. 6 and 10. That piece of wood, ooh, I'm not positive on that angle of the wood, but we'll see how Nate McLaughlin plays it. Oops. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. And well, short of it was he played out, it played exactly as I thought. It got deflected away. For the 10. He's got it when he plays it direct at least. That's 60 through 6 for Nathan McLaughlin. Nate McLaughlin past 5 matches, 11 strikes, 54 spares, 71 tens. He went 11 for 19. 11 strikes in his past 5 matches compared to his global 19 strikes. There's the next strike for Mr. McLaughlin. Speaking of, I was going to say strike number 20, but he has, oh no, that is strike number 20. He doesn't have another one. I was thinking of Hunter Archambault. Here's Nate McLaughlin's strike on the replay on the 1-3 pocket. Crosses over, 5 pin falls last, preceding the 8 pin falling before it. 70 through 7. McLaughlin for the double strike on the 1-3 pocket, a weirdly thin hit. Would you believe that's a 4 drop? Wow. But the next ball completes the strike fill. 5 on the left, 1 on the right. With wood largely connecting the gap. McLaughlin plays the left wisely. And he leaves the 2 and the 10. So that's an 8 fill on the strike. 78 through 7, followed by a 9 box. That's 87 and 8. Here's Nate McLaughlin. Currently his longest streak of matches where he's bowled with 500 or higher in grand total pinfall has been 3 consecutive. McLaughlin, pocket again. Oh, and he's getting a raw deal on these pocket shots. 5 on the right this time. 3 diamond in the 10. Yeah, you just can't beat leaves like that. You love when that happens, right? McLaughlin will shave off a couple more. And McLaughlin's just looking for an out here. He'll take an 8 in the 9th. 95 through 9. Nate McLaughlin has 3 matches this season where he's gone 14 and 0. And he on average goes 18.4 for 50 for the head pins per match. Average 9 splits per match in the ACST. And will he get another strike? Come on, 3 pin. It wiggles, but it won't fall. It's a good attempt. He's going for a spare on the single pin, 3-pin shot. He's going for it. Oh, he just drifts slightly to the right. He's going for a 9 or a 10. Oh, and just misses it again. Ever closer this time, but he's over triple digits. This game, 104 game 2 for a 2-game total of 196 for Nate McLaughlin. 2 marks in this game and a lot of head pin shots. Only 3 where he didn't throw the head pin. 7 for 10 with 2 splits. Hunter Archambault looks to respond, 42.5. Nate McLaughlin with a 42.5 in the 5th. Has to get to 104 to tie. Anything higher to win. That'll be a decent start on the head pin. Takes 8 down, 7-10 split. On the 7-10 split for Nate McLaughlin. Oh, he wanted to play the angled wood in front of the 10. And he'll gutter it for the 3rd ball. That's an 8, 50 through 6 for Hunter Archambault. Am I saying Nate McLaughlin? Hunter Archambault. I've caught myself a few times getting the names flip-flopped. It's the battle of the long last names. Lots of syllables, lots of letters. The enemy of the Sam account name value everywhere. Hunter Archambault and Nate McLaughlin. Here's Hunter Archambault. He'll drop 8. That's the 3 and the 5. That's a makeable spare, 3-5. And yep, makeable spare made. 60 and a bonus through 7 for Hunter Archambault. Watch this shot again. Pretty well controlled. Just keep it right in between, and he does. Hunter's working on a spare, 1-2 pocket. Oh, and a 6 split. 5, 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 5, 7, 8, 9 with wood in front of it. That wood, I don't know how helpful it's going to be. Let's find out. It shaves to a 4. I think it was out too far forward to really amount to much of anything. It's now a 7 or the 8. Pick your favorite stick for a 9 box if you can get it. Hunter plays the stick. He takes the 8, leaves the 7 for a 9 for 75 through 8. Trailing by a little bit to Nate McLaughlin's 87 through 8. Grand total pinfall is still pretty close. It's a lead of 11 in the game by McLaughlin and a lead of 29 in the string by McLaughlin. 2 boxes ahead of Hunter Archambault as he drops 6. And that's the accordion door left side. 4, 5, 7, 8. You know, we don't have enough. I feel like modern architecture and home design, we don't have enough accordion doors anymore, you know? That was like a thing in like 70s, 80s, 90s, and then just kind of went away. 2 of 4 taken out for Hunter Archambault. What'll it be? It'll be a 10 box for Hunter. That's 85 through 9. He's now in a situation where he's going to need a mark to be able to, a mark and a high fill, no less, to be able to take the second game. A big 20 to be specific. And that is, that'll make it a little challenging. That's a 2 drop for Hunter. 4, 8 taken out. Let's see how Hunter Archambault can play this. And it won't be a mark, unfortunately. That will be game 2 for Nate McLaughlin. Both bowlers have 2 points apiece. And look at that grand total pinfall. It's close. Archambault will have it by a few pins, at least, depending on what this, wow, that 5 pin. That'll be an 8 for McLaughlin for a 93. And that's a 203 grand total pinfall for Hunter Archambault through 2 games with that 93, and 196 for Nate McLaughlin. through 2 games. Both bowlers trading blows, 2 points apiece so far. 2 games in, 2 games complete. And we're going to set up for game 3 here, coming up next on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour at Boutwell's in Concord, New Hampshire. And I hope you're having a great time at home, to our remote viewers as well as our viewers here. Everyone, I hope you're having a great time. Hope you've enjoyed these first 2 games so far, and we're getting ready for game 3. Nate McLaughlin is getting ready to fire. Let's go. Nate McLaughlin, our away bowler. And he's all over that 10 pin. McLaughlin looks to correct. Oh, he does. What a correction. He leaves the 4. Let's see what happens here with Nate. He takes a 10. A bad ball starts it. Great second and third ball finishes it. It's a heater of a match. Grand total pinfalls close. 2 points apiece for each bowler. The kind of competition you like to see. Nate McLaughlin with 7 going down. 1-3-6. Nate McLaughlin working for a spare. Can he do it? Yes, he can. It's gone. That's the spare for Nate. The spare he needed. 20 and a bonus through 2. Great shot in the pocket. 1-3 rundown. Nate McLaughlin's 20 through 2 and a bonus. That was his 3rd spare of the night. He has 1 strike and 5 tens. And he'll take 3 down. That's a 13 box in the second. 23 through 2. And he's on the pocket, but a little full. 3 in the 4. 8, 9, or 10. For the out, it'll be an 8. 8 for Nate, 31 through 3. Nate McLaughlin with 4 pinfall wins this season in his past 5 away matches. He's taken 49 points in those past 5, averaging 9.8 points in his past 5 away matches. McLaughlin ball bounced a little bit, and it started a little bit more to the right than I think he wanted. That's a 4 drop. And a 6-pack on the left side. The 6-pack brought to you by Sabrin Pizza as well as the bar in Boutwell's Bowling Center. Those 2 forces working together for great food and drink options at Boutwell's Bowling Center. And the 6-pack goes. What a nice mark by Nate McLaughlin. That's 41 and a bonus through 4. Have a look at this again. Beautiful ball. On the inside of the pocket. He mowed them all down. McLaughlin fires. Just slightly to the right, to the left of the head pin, leaves pins on the right. That's a 5 drop and a 5 fill and a Caleri on the right side. 46 through 4 now. McLaughlin, thick on the head pin, a little too full on the head pin. Wants to push that pin away, but it won't quite go where its intended destination is, which is to roll into the 6 and the 10. Nate McLaughlin's going to have a Hunter Archambault check to see if it's okay. I think it is in play. I think. There's a line down there. Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to come right back. And he does. We don't have any oil patterns in Candlepin, so there's no worries about, walking down the lane like that. So just anyone who is up in my comments about that on YouTube, just to tell you right now about that. Nate McLaughlin. Ooh, that'll be a fouled 8 box. into the gutter and on the 6. 54 after 5 for Nate McLaughlin. That score is in. He's at a halftime total of 250, halfway to 500, halfway through this match with this 54 half. And a 92 and a 104, games 1 and 2 for Nate McLaughlin. 1 strike, 4 spares, 5 tens. Hunter Archambault coming up next. Went on the 3. 6 went down eventually. 1, 2, 6, 10. Hunter will take 2 and leave 2. What'll the out be? It'll be an 8 for Hunter Archambault. Hunter Archambault 4 boxes behind, trails by 39. Needs a 39.5 to tie it up in the grand total pinfall. There's a head pin hit, a little thick, a little full, 7 drop. 2, 4, 10. This will be a pretty mark if it can go. Will 2 on the left, take 1 on the right. He threw it a little bit more to the left than I think he wanted to. He's got the 2 and the 10 to deal with now. The result of the play is a 9 box for Hunter Archambault for 17 through 2. Hunter Archambault's longest streak of matches with more than 500 grand total pinfall has been 2 consecutive this season so far. His longest streak of matches where he's gone double-digit victories has been 5 this season so far. There's a 6 drop there. It's the 4 horsemen left side. 1, 2, 4, 7 for Hunter. Misses the head pin to the right. And he'll chop the head pin. That's a 7 box. 24 through 3. Compare that to Nate McLaughlin's 31 through 3. Closing in on the grand total pinfall, but Nate McLaughlin may have a lead change here, unless Hunter Archambault can get some marks going. Will there be some action on this 6 drop for Hunter Archambault? It's a right side check mark, 3, 5, 6, 10. And he'll take the 5 and leave the 3, 6, 10 uncontested. Be another open frame. 7, 8, 9, or 10 for Hunter. It's going to be a 9. That puts him at 33 and 4. Hunter Archambault on average goes 21.3 for 50 on the head pin per match and has 10 splits on average per match. He'll take 3 off. 6-pack left side in the 10. 1, 7, 10, 2, 4, 5, and the 8. Hunter for the spare, and he'll go to the right and take the 10. He's got the 6-pack left side. Once again. We've seen 9 marks across 2 bowlers this evening. Halfway through this match. That's a nice out by Hunter. That's a 42 half for Hunter Archambault and a 54 half for Nate McLaughlin. Nate McLaughlin leads in the grand total pinfall by 5 with 250 halfway through this match. And it's 245 halftime total for Hunter Archambault with that 42 half. So to start the second half in the third quarter of game 3, Nate McLaughlin gets ready on lane 5 coming up next on the ACST. Here's Nate. 1-3 pocket, 4-10 split, 8 drop. So Nate McLaughlin started out strong in the early game. Oh, will he spare this up? He can't quite do it. He takes the pin on the left and leaves the pin on the right. And McLaughlin's going for the 9 or the 10 here. What'll it be? It'll be a 10. Well done. 64 through 6 for Nate McLaughlin. Nate McLaughlin in his past 5 home matches at Harvard. He's taken 46 points at Harvard, averaging 9.2 points in his past 5 home matches at Harvard. Here's Nate McLaughlin on the 1-2 pocket, and he takes 7 down. That's the 5-7-9. For the spare, can he sweep left? The wood just goes full, sweeps back. Doesn't even take the 5 with it. He's got 2 pins left, 8, 9, or 10. It'll be a 9. That's 73 through 7. Nate McLaughlin has the 5th highest Class E average at 97.8. The 4th highest Class E high single at 135. The 8th highest Class E total strikes at 19. The 8th highest Class E high series at 537. That's a 3 drop for Nate McLaughlin. And yikes, he took the 3-6-10 and only the 3-6-10 out. Nate, 1-2 pocket. Oh, that 5 pin got moved and touched in more ways than one, but it didn't get taken out. Great bid for a spare. Just, you know, what happened down there happened. 9 or 10. Oh, and it's going to be a 9, 82 through 8 for Nate McLaughlin. With 2 marks this game and 2 10s. On track for a triple-digit game. And relatively on track for a triple-digit average if you can get a mark or 2 in here with a decent fill. McLaughlin to the right of the head pin takes 3 out. Half Worcester in the 5. It's the 2nd 3 drop in a row of the game. His 3rd 3 drop overall in this game. His first ball average is at 5.59. And here's Nate McLaughlin on the pocket, a little bit full, but he gets a couple extras. He leaves the 6 and the 10. The way the wood broke in the air and swung around kind of helped out a bit. It's McLaughlin for the 10. It'll be an 8 in the 9th for 90. Nate McLaughlin is the leader of Class E for total spares at 122 and counting. He has the 3rd highest Class E average spare fill at 5.5 and the 3rd highest Class E perfect box percentage at 40%. And he's a leader in Class E for total 10s at 171. And that's a 5 drop for McLaughlin. 4, 6, 3, 7, 8. 2 on the right, 3 on the left. I'd play the 2 on the right. McLaughlin tries for that, but he goes in between. And the gap in the middle, forming the split. Still 5 down and still 5 up. It's McLaughlin for something more than a 5. Looks like he's going to get a 9 box out of it. Well, he'll get a 99 out of it and a 295 3-game total. 92, 104, 99 equals 295. 3 for 10 the head pin this game. 3 splits. 47% on the head pin overall with 9 splits cumulatively. So not bad. 157 on lane 6 and 138 on lane 5. Hunter Archambault to finish off this 3rd game as we enter the 4th quarter of the 3rd game. Here's Hunter Archambault. Goes to the left of the head pin. Leaves a couple down there. 4 down, 6 up. Let's see how Hunter Archambault can spare this up. He's going for it, and he gets it. Beautifully played, beautifully executed. That's his first spare of the game. And again, it's another mark in his first box back up there. Beautiful. Hunter Archambault working on a spare. He's going to the head pin. Oh, wow. Deserves more than this. Deserves more than this. Come on, give him a few more. That is a 3, 8, 9, 10 leave. That's a leave you don't see all that often. That's a split. That's a 6 drop. That's a 6 split. Ugh. 3, 8, 9, 10. Come on. Deserved better than that. At least it wasn't going to be what it was originally looking like, which could have been like a 3 or a 4 fill. And will he spare that? Come on. Yeah, see ya. Beautiful. Well deserved considering how weird that first ball ended up being. Hunter on the 3, 8, 9, 10. Get this mess off the screen, and that's how you do it. 68 and a bonus. Through 7, he'll take 3 more on that fill. It's a half Worcester in the 5. That's a 71 through 7 for Hunter Archambault. Can he hit the outside of the head pin? Not quite. Still 3 down, still 7 up. For the out, went a little bit wide right, maybe just to get pins. That's 77 through 8 for Hunter Archambault here. Hunter Archambault, he has the 4th highest Class E average at 97.8, the 9th highest Class E high single at 518. He'll take 2 out here, 610 pocket. Hunter Archambault has the 6th highest Class E average spare fill at 5.4. 3rd highest Class E perfect box percentage at 40%. The 2nd highest Class E fewest average pins left at 61.3. Leaves the 3 and the 8. Hunter Archambault recently faced Krista Ruggiero in round 7, taking 10 points with a 470 series. Threw a 102, an 88, an 86, and 97, and then another 97 with 1 strike, 6 spares, and 10 tens. Went 23 for 50 on the head pin with 11 splits. There's a 9 box for Hunter Archambault in the 9th for 86 through 9. Hunter Archambault has 5 pinfall wins this season. His past 5 home matches here at Boutwell's Bowling Center, he has taken 38 points and averaged 7.6 points per match in his recent 5 matches at home. Hunter on the head pin, a little full. 4 drop spread eagle. Kaka. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. He's averaging 5.33 on the first ball with 9 splits, 47% on the head pin this evening so far. Will he take the wings of the eagle? He'll take a few off both sides. He leaves the 2, 4, 10. So he's going to be looking at a 7, 8, 9, or 10. Won't be a triple-digit game, but it'll get close. That's a 9 box for a 95. Just narrowly under Nate McLaughlin's 99. That's 4 points for Nate McLaughlin. And 95 for Hunter Archambault in the 3rd game. He still holds on to the grand total pinfall by 3 pins. And that's worth 4 at the end of the match. So stay tuned for the results of that. Put a pin in that for later. Just know that it's very close. It's a difference. It's a very close difference as of right now. Onward to Game 4. Hope you're enjoying this match this evening, Tuesday night, April 28th, 2026 in Concord, New Hampshire. Here's Nathan McLaughlin. He'll chop 2 out. It's a half Worcester right side, 3 in the 9, poked out. Nate McLaughlin of Harvard Lanes in Harvard, Massachusetts, recently faced Paul Kravitz in round 14. Taking 13 points with a 492 series with a 103, a 113, a 78, a 109, and an 89 with 1 strike, 7 spares, 13 tens. He went 15 for 50 on the head pin with 9 splits that match. He has the 3rd highest Class E fewest average pins left at 61.5, and he'll take a 9 box to open up the 4th game. Here's Nate McLaughlin on the 1-3 pocket. Barrels down 5. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 for Nate McLaughlin. Misses the object, takes a pin out in the back by proxy from the wood. Left side check mark. And McLaughlin's got 6 down and 4 standing. Looking for the out. It'll be a 9-box, his second 9-box in a row, 18 through 2 for Nate McLaughlin. Nate McLaughlin has only 6 matches where he hasn't gone double-digit victories out of the 16 matches he's bowled so far. This is his 17th of the season. And how about that for a strike for Nate McLaughlin? A quick one, an easy one. Just to get it up there on the board, that's a strike. Why don't we take a look at that again? Let's double click on this strike for Nate McLaughlin. A quiet but brilliant one. So efficient, so fast. That's 28 in a bonus with that strike fill pending starting now. For the double, and he's right on it. He'll take 4 out for a spread eagle so far. Once again, a full 4-pin spread eagle. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10 for Nate McLaughlin. Another bid for an eagle spare. Always pretty when these go. He takes the 6 and the 10. He leaves the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 7, and that will be a 6 fill on the strike. 34 through 3. This will be for the out. It's going to be a 7. 41 through 4. 1 box to go before he sits, and we see Hunter Archambault again. You're watching the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. We're at Boutwell's Bowling Center at 152 North State Street in Concord, New Hampshire, with 24 lanes, 12 on each side. We're on the side with lanes 1 through 12 this evening. Boutwell's Bowling Center is owned by the Dellis family. Andy, Alex, Dino, and Dimitri run this place really well. As always, there's a 7 drop. That's the 6, 9, 10 for Nate McLaughlin, and that looks like a makeable spare. Let's see where we go with this. And, oh, plays the wood, but the 10 doesn't go. I would have probably opted to play direct rather than go for the wood just because there's a risk, and we saw the risk play out where the 10 just didn't go. That's a 10 for McLaughlin. That's a 51.5, though, with a strike and a 6 fill and a 10 box. He is 51% of the head pin. That percentage continues to climb for Nate McLaughlin as the match progresses. He has 10 splits, 5.6 first ball average, 2 strikes, 4 spares, 7 tens. And he's told 34 bonus pins, averaging 5.67 per mark. Here is Mr. Archambault to continue and start game 4. And he'll begin with a 6 drop. 1, 2, 4, and 8. And that is an interesting one. The 2 got moved a little bit by the wood. And, oh my goodness, the 4 was tapped, but it didn't go down. Great ball otherwise. It was just somehow a little bit too light. Just kind of lightly nudged and pushed things out rather than definitively hit them. 9 or 10 for Hunter Archambault. The result of the play is a 9. Both bowlers 9 through 1. This is Hunter Archambault you're watching, with a record of 83 and 113 for the season. Fires to the left of the head pin, and he mixes down 6. That is the 1, the 3, the 9, and the 10 for Hunter Archambault here. Looking to spare this up. Oh, just to the left of the head pin. 1, 3, 9, 10. Ends up being a 7 for 16 through 2, down by 2 to Nate McLaughlin's 18 through 2. As a reminder, coming into this 4th game, Nate McLaughlin led in the grand total pinfall by simply 3 pins to catch you up. It was 295 to 298 respectively at the end of game 3. And a pocket shot. Oh, the 4-pin moves but doesn't fall. 4-7-9. 7 drop and a split for Hunter Archambault. Yeah, that's a kind of action we see on these lanes often at Boutwell's. Seen this happen a lot and across quite a few matches. With Devin Cloyd, with Alex Dellis, with Cora Crafts, where pins just slide but don't fall down. That just seems to be a theme on these 2 lanes in particular. I don't know what it is, but it just happens. And that'll be a 10, a hard-fought 10 for Hunter Archambault for 26-3. At this point in the game, Nate McLaughlin threw a strike with a 6-fill for 34-3 if this were head-to-head. Hunter drifts to the left, crosses over a little too much. 1-3-8-9. That's a 6 drop. 1-8-9 and 3. The question mark becomes the sleeper pins, or in this case, the target pin, which was missed, the head pin. This will be for a 9 or 10 for Hunter Archambault in the 3rd ball of the 4th frame. And it's away, and it connects. His second 10 box in a row results in 36-4. Nate McLaughlin's at 41-4. Nate McLaughlin has taken 4 points up to this point. Hunter Archambault has taken 2 up to this point. Here's Hunter. Goes to the left of the head pin, and he mixes 5. He's got a Caleri left side. Bob Caleri of Lexington, Massachusetts, smiles down upon Concord, New Hampshire. Or smiles up. It's up, right? Not down if you're going north. And that's a hit on the sleeper. 1-2-4-7 for Hunter Archambault. For the 10 box, it's going to be everything but the head pin for a 9. That looks like a 45.5 for Hunter Archambault. It is. And a 51.5 for Nate McLaughlin. 3.5 games in, it's 346 to 343. Still a difference of 3 in the grand total pinfall. So 5 boxes have advanced, and we still haven't moved an inch in terms of the lead for total. Nate McLaughlin leads in the string, 51 to Hunter Archambault's 45. Here's Nate. 2 left, 2 right, 6 drop, and a split. 4-6-3-7. Plays the 1 pin on the right, the 6 pin, leaves the 3, leaves the 4, leaves the 7. This will be for a 10. It's going to be a 9, 60-6 for Nate McLaughlin. 4 boxes to go before we close the 4th game already at Boutwell's in Concord, New Hampshire on this Tuesday evening. Headpin shot, 6 drop, and another 6 drop split. 2-4-6-7 for Nate McLaughlin this time around. His first ball average is at 5.63, and he's at 54% of the head pin now. Again, steadily improving. Will he spare this? Oh, the 6 doesn't go. Place the 3 on the left. Piece of wood and debris. The messenger kind of hurdles towards the 6, but it went behind it and out of sight. 9 or 10 becomes a 9. 69-7 for Nate McLaughlin. You're watching the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour via 3-ball spare. 3-ball spare is proudly produced without the use of any AI anywhere. And there is a 3 drop for Nate McLaughlin with a few pins even sliding a tidbit. And McLaughlin will take 2 and leave 5. 1, 3, 4, 7, and 9 are down there for shooting at. McLaughlin will take a 7 box for 76 through 8. He went on quite a streak of headpin hits here in this game in particular. He went 6 in a row. This last box broke that streak, bringing his headpin quarterback rating to 53%. There's another headpin hit. And everything but the 6. A single pin spare opportunity is coming up here for Nate. Just the 6 pin. Oh, just a little bit off. Just by inches. He can retry for a 10. The retry is a 10. 86 through 9 for Nate McLaughlin. He's gone 7 for 9 on the headpin with 3 splits this game. 12 splits overall. He's told 34 pins and off of fills. That's an average of 5.67 per mark fill. 2 strikes, 4 spares, 8 tens, and a 36%. Perfect box percentage this evening. Headpin shot. Hey, there's a strike for Nate McLaughlin. Yeah. That's a thing where you just have to, every once in a while, you just start saying, well, you're down this, and you go, well, you know what? I'm going to throw this now, so you can stuff it. And how about you stuff 10 for a strike? 96 through 10 and a bonus. Here comes the bonus ball. 1-3 pockets, 6 go down so far on the strike fill. Here we go for the strike fill, and that's a big 20 in the 10th frame. And that will be a 106 for Nate McLaughlin. That's confirmed in the 4th. 401 for game total. 2 strikes and a lot of headpin hits for Nate McLaughlin. That's the story of the 4th for him. That's a strong 4th game. So Hunter Archambault comes back with a 343 total, 3.5 games in and a 45 half to set the stage for you. And let's see what happens from here. Here in Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Here he is, Hunter Archambault. 3-6 pocket. Will he break the Caleri? He will, and the headpin will go by proxy. Not a headpin shot officially, but it is a split, 7 drop. The rare sighting of a split but no headpin. 4-7-9 for Hunter. Piece of wood, he's waiting for it to settle. It's going to settle in a bit of an awkward spot. I think you have to play it high. You gotta play it high. Because trying to nudge it right is it's too far forward to do anything. Redlining it won't do much either. You have to kind of play the cap in some way with a really subtle angle, and sometimes subtle isn't even good enough like that. It's a tough shot overall. That's 53 after 6 for Hunter Archambault. Compare that to 60 and 6 for Nate McLaughlin. Here's Hunter. Oh my goodness. Hunter Archambault, 53 through 6. I swear we have to start a counter this evening. It's either me or I'm actually doing it. Getting the names mixed up way too much this evening. 3 drop followed by everything but the 5 for Hunter. It's a good bid. Just the 5 pin. Pesky, pesky 5 pin, you know? Hunter will take that 5 pin out for the 10. That's 63 through 7, 69 through 7 for Nate McLaughlin with 3 boxes to go. Who takes the 4th game? Nate McLaughlin currently has 4 points. Hunter Archambault has 2. So we're going to find out if Hunter can even things up here as he mixes 6 down. That's the 1479 for Mr. Archambault. And it's a Caleri minus the 2, technically. Can he take it? Yes, he can. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. Beautiful completion. 73 and a bonus through 8 for Hunter Archambault. Oh, a great ball that went right down the center. Perfect. 73 and a bonus with that spare. His first spare and his first mark of the game. Filling the spare 1-3 pocket. Can he break the split? Kind of. Well, no, but 5-7. 8 split. 8 drop and a 5-7 leave. It's a split. That's the story. 81 through 8. Takes the lead in the 8th. Some wood could be good. Oh, almost. I thought it was going to go. Just got stuffed a little bit early. 7 pin. Standing tall, 9 or 10 for Hunter Archambault. And that will be out for a 9, 90 through 9. I think. Yes, confirmed. 1 box to go before we complete the 4th game. Total is relatively close. McLaughlin leads by 13, 1 box ahead. He threw that big 20 in the 10th. Here's Hunter. Pocket shot. 6 goes down, and the 7 stands. It's a 9 drop. And you really wanted that 6 to go down in that situation, and it did. Hunter Archambault's averaging 5.58 on the first ball, and he spares the single pin. Well, he doesn't spare the pin. He gets a spare off the single pin. You know? On that 7 pin, he goes right to it. All right, so he's at 100. Needs a good fill to take this game. And there, it's going to be a tie. Yep, that's a 6 fill, and that's a tie. That'll be 1 point apiece for both of our bowlers with that 106 and 106 tie. Nice. So it's a 5-3 split now. Nate McLaughlin takes 1 point with 5 points total, and Hunter Archambault takes 3. 401 to 404. It's still a lead difference of 3 a game later. Starting this game, it was a difference of 3. At the end of this game, it's still a difference of 3. Hunter Archambault has the football now for the grand total pinfall. 404 to Nate McLaughlin's 401. So we did have a lead change. It was still the same difference. We're getting ready for Game 5. Game 5 is going to be exciting because I find myself once again saying this. The grand total pinfall is close. So let's see what happens here with Nate McLaughlin. Takes 6 down, 1-3-6-8. And that will be a Caleri minus the 10. That is your setup for a spare, Nate McLaughlin. And he takes the 6 and only the 6. So he's got the 1-3-8 to deal with now. And he'll take an 8 box. To start out this 5th and final game here at Boutwell's this evening. Nate McLaughlin crosses over, goes beyond the head pin to the 3 area, drops 6. 1, 2, 4, 10. And a beautiful spare. He figures that out. Nails the pocket. Reaps the benefits. 1, 2, 4, 10. Goodbye for Nate McLaughlin. Beautiful mark. Well done. Basically didn't cross over, went straight down. Positioned to the left of that head pin vicinity on the left side of the lane, left half of the lane. 18 and a bonus plus this fill. Add 7 to that. And that's a 1-3-7 leave. 25 through 2. Missed the head pin, but took it by proxy. He's got the 7 pin down there, and I think that pin, that deadwood is out of play. Maybe. Hunter is going to find out for us. Hope you're enjoying this match this evening on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. It's been quite back and forth, especially in the total. It's been close, but the leads have been changing. That's what makes it interesting. That pin was out, so Hunter Archambault is pulling it out of play. We'll store it in the ball return for later. It's just the 7 pin now for a 10-box opportunity for Nate McLaughlin. Fires, takes it, 10-box, 35 through 3. All right. So we have an 8, a spare, and a 7, and then a 10-box for Nate McLaughlin. And in case you missed it, he threw a 92, a 104, a 99, a 106, and has an in-progress 35 here in the 5th and final game in this ACST match this evening. Class E North. Missed the head pin. Mixed down 7, 1-7-10 shot. High-low jack with wood. For the spare on the high-low jack. Starts right now. Oh, you got to be kidding me. That was such a good opportunity and a good bid. You saw that ball go into the sidewall and just pass the 7 by in the front. 10 went down, 1 went down, and here's the 10, 45 through 4. Three perfect boxes for 4 for Nate McLaughlin. Despite no head pins, he's 45 through 4. There's a head pin hit, and there's a strike by Nate McLaughlin. Beautiful, beautiful way to end the half. Nate McLaughlin with that strike is at 55 and a bonus through 5 and a 4.5 game total of 456 and counting with that strike fill. Let's see if we can get this replay in real quick before we say hello to Hunter Archambault once again. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Back to Hunter Archambault now. Here we go. On the 1-3 pocket of his own. And it's the 4-7. Could be a layup spare. Goes on the 7, leaves the 4. It'll be a 9 for Hunter to start out the 5th and final game in the first box, 9 through 1. Hunter Archambault in his past 5 away matches has taken 30 points. Averaging 6 points in his past 5 recent away matches. And he'll find the pocket there. He'll drop 6, right check mark. 3, 5, 6, 10. For the check mark attempt, everything but the object pin goes. It'll be 9 or higher. 9 or 10. It's a 9, his second in a row. 18 through 2 for Hunter Archambault. Perfect on the head pin this game. 45% on the head pin overall this evening. 12 splits, 5.86 first ball average. Totaling 52 in fills, averaging 6.5 per mark. That's only 1 more than Nate McLaughlin, who's 51 in fills, averaging 5.67 per mark, not pending his impending strike fill when he comes back to the lanes. Nate McLaughlin has 4 strikes this evening and 5 spares. Hunter Archambault has 1 strike and 7 spares this evening. And on the half Worcester attempt, it's gone. For Hunter Archambault, what a beautiful shot. In fact, we're going to look at this again. On the outside of the head pin, the exact way you should hit that, and the 7 goes down last. 28 and a bonus through 3 for Hunter Archambault. Hunter's on the pocket, 5, 6, 10, 7 split. He's finding this pocket ever more here. 35 through 3, tying Nate McLaughlin's 35 through 3. He can sweep right with that wood. Oh, but he starts with hitting it. That wood to the left of the 5 was the target. For the out, oh, he'll take a 7. Fortunately, that was a bit of an opportunity lost for Hunter Archambault for 42 through 4, down by 3 to Nate McLaughlin's 45 through 4. Hunter finds the pocket again. 6 drop, 3 diamond. He's gone 4 for 5 on the head pin this half. Let's see if he can take the diamond for the spare. Oh, he chops right through the center of it and leaves the left and the right sides of it, the 5 and the 6. So this will be for an 8, 9, or 10 for Hunter Archambault here. And it will be an 8. He'll make it to 50 for the half. It's 454 for Hunter Archambault and 456 for Nate McLaughlin. Nate McLaughlin has a pending open mark. So the grand total is close, minus, you know, this fill for McLaughlin. But wow, yeah, this is going to be an intense final 5 boxes here in Concord, New Hampshire, Boutwell's Bowling Center. I'm excited about these last 5. How about you all at home? Here we go. Nate McLaughlin's working on a strike. And he'll take 3 outs so far. Half Worcester and the 5. Next ball completes the strike fill. So he's at 459 at the moment, technically. Take 2 more outs. So that's a 5 fill on the strike. So it's going to be close. 461 to 454 is the 4.5 game grand total situation. 5 up, 5 down for Nate for the 6th frame. He'll make it a 6 box for 66 through 6. Puts him at 467. 4 boxes to go. And McLaughlin doesn't quite find the head pin. He gets very close. He drops 8. He leaves the 1 and the 3. Could be a layup for a spare. Let's find out. Just crosses a little bit too much. Nate McLaughlin is a lefty bowler by the looks of it. And yeah, he went left to right on that kind of ball a little bit too much. Will he? And it'll kind of basically do the same thing there. 2 in a row. 74 through 7 for Nate McLaughlin. And a 475 total. 49% in the head pin, 12 splits, 5.94 first ball average as of right now. Here is Nathan McLaughlin. Goes to the right. 5 go down. No head pin here. 1, 2, 4, 8, 10. Let's see if he can spare this up. It would be cool if he did. Crosses it over again a little bit too much. Noticing a bit of a theme there. There we go. There's an 8 box for Nate McLaughlin. That's 82 through 8. Nate McLaughlin, who has a season average of 97.8, on the road averaging 98.1. Let's see what McLaughlin can cook up here. He'll take 6 down. That is the 1, the 8, the 6, and the 10. A Caleri minus the 3. He drops it a little bit on the release. Could tell by the noise. 1 and the 10. 8, 9, 10. This half he's struggled a little bit with a 6 box, an 8 box, and another 8 box. And it'll be a 9 box here for 91 through 9. And he's at 492 for the total. Let's see if he can get to 500 with an 8 box or higher to close out this match. Our away bowler, Nate McLaughlin. And then we'll have Hunter Archambault do the honors to complete the closing ceremonies. Here is Nate McLaughlin's final first ball of the evening. On the head pin there, drops 7, splits 7. 2, 4, 10. Be a tough split to convert. He'll take the 2 and leave the 4 and the 10. But that will bring him to 500. Exactly 500. Maybe more. So that's a 100 average for the evening. That's an 8. That is 99. And that will be a 500 grand total evening for Nate McLaughlin with that 99. 2 marks, strike 5, spare 7, 2 for 10, the head pin, 1 split. That will be his evening. 48% of the head pin, 13 splits for the night, 5.9 first ball average. He threw a 232 on lane 5 and a 268 on lane 6. Let's see what Hunter Archambault can do for the final 5 boxes in the final quarter of the 5th game here on the ACST. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you like this match. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a couple of special thanks to our ACST committee members, including our league commissioner Danny Finn. As always, great to have you running this league for us, getting everything hunky-dory for all the bowlers, as always. Our Class E treasurer is Maurice Perry. Our statistician is Micah Imperato. Some of the B-roll was contributed by Steve Abadili, who does photography and video content. There's a link to his stuff in the description if you want to see more of what he does. He does a lot of like wrestling show type of photography and videography. And do check out his work. And he did some great bowling video footage as well for me. Always like to thank viewers like you for watching as well. And, ooh, another 3 drop for Hunter Archambault. He's having some trouble with the back corner hits. This has been broadcast at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. A 3-ball spare production. A couple more go down for Hunter Archambault. He's got the 1, 3, 6, 10. And he'll take a 9. 67 through 7 for Hunter Archambault. Nate McLaughlin was at 74 through 7 at the same point in the game. It's going to be a race to 500. Nate McLaughlin currently with more points than Hunter. How many, we'll find out by the end of this next set of 3 boxes. 5 drop for Hunter Archambault. This is not a Caleri. It's similar to a Caleri, but is not. The sleeper pin is more tucked in. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. Will Hunter Archambault spare that? He will. That's a mark. 77 and a bonus, and that could be really helpful for the current situation. All things considered, considering how close things are. Beautiful ball, beautiful shot. Here's the follow-up fill. He's on the pocket, and that's going to be a pretty good fill, a 7. 2, 4, 6. 7 splits. And that puts him at 84 through 8, plus 2 to Nate McLaughlin's 82 through 8, 40, 88 total so far. Oh, and he'll shave the 2 off the left sidewall, leave the 4 and the 6. It was a good try for a spare. Just a game of angles, really. Let's see where this goes for Hunter Archambault. He'll take a 9 box, 93 through 9. He's at 497, 3 points for tying the total, and anything higher than that for the additional 4. So it is a red zone situation for the grand total pinfall here. Let's see what Hunter can do. Needs 3. And there's 4. That is the grand total for Hunter Archambault this evening. He's at 501 now. With a spare. Sails into the void. You know, it's like, you know, try to just win by a small amount if you can help it. But he's currently +1 in the total. There's a few more. There we go. It's a 7 for a 100. Game 5 for Hunter Archambault. That's a 504. 5 game total for Hunter Archambault, just barely clinching the grand total pinfall to Nate McLaughlin's 500. And that means it's going to be, oh, that's cool. That's a split you don't see too often. That's a good old 9 to 5. So let's go to the final stats here. That's going to be 5 points for Nate McLaughlin and 9 points for Hunter Archambault. Wow, yeah, this was a pretty intense match. So Nate McLaughlin had 4 strikes, 5 spares, and 10 tens. Compare that to Hunter Archambault's 1 strike, 9 spares, and 7 tens. And in the fills department, it was +10 for Hunter Archambault, 66 to Nate McLaughlin's 56. And, you know, the fills, those matter a lot. You know, they both filled about 6 point something each per mark. 6.22 for Nate McLaughlin and 6.6 for Hunter Archambault. If they were bowling head-to-head, it would have been Nate McLaughlin winning more boxes head-to-head, 24 to Hunter Archambault's 19. The head pin quarterback ratings, 48% for McLaughlin, 44 for Hunter Archambault. 13 splits for Nathan and 14 splits for Hunter. 5.9 first ball average for Nathan and 5.48 first ball average for Hunter. So anyways, that's our talk about the stats for this evening. Here's some graphs and stuff. You want to pause the video and take a look at that for additional analysis and such. Anyways, we're just wrapping things up here at Boutwell's. Stay tuned after the end of this broadcast when I go off mic for the highlight reel, which I'll queue up for you shortly. Anyways, great broadcasting this for you this evening. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you at the next Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. Have a great one, everybody. The game is a lot more, it's a little different, but first of all, let's talk about a great shot from Nate McLaughlin. Hunter Archambault has a season record of 83 and 113. He's bowled 14 matches out of the 18-match regular season. Will he get a strike? Yes, he will. For the spare, will he get it? Yes, the ball stays on target. It's looking good. It is good for a spare. Chance of going, don't you? And it does. It has more than a chance. The game is a lot more, it's a little different, but first of all, let's talk about a great shot from Nate McLaughlin. Hunter Archambault has a season record of 83 and 113. He's bowled 14 matches out of the 18-match regular season. Will he get a strike? Yes, he will. For the spare, will he get it? Yes, the ball stays on target. It's looking good. It is good for a spare. Chance of going, don't you? And it does. It has more than a chance. 11 strikes in his past 5 matches compared to his global 19 strikes. There is strike number. There's the next spare, 3-5. And yep, makeable spare made. Nate McLaughlin working for a spare. Can he do it? Yes, he can. It's gone. That's the spare for as the bar in Boutwell's Bowling Center. Those two forces working together for great food and drink options at Boutwell's Bowling Center. And the 6-pack goes. Let's see how Hunter Archambault can spare this up. He's going for it, and he gets it. Better than that. At least it wasn't going to be what it was originally looking like, which could have been like a 3 or a 4 fill. And will he spare that? Come on. Yeah, see ya. Victories out of the 16 matches he's bowled so far. This is his 17th of the season. And how about that for a strike for 0.67 per mark fill? 2 strikes, 4 spares, 8 tens, and a 36%. Perfect box percentage this evening. Head pin shot. Hey, there's a strike for Nate McLaughlin. Can he take it? Yes, he can. Oh, that was a beautiful. It did. Hunter Archambault's averaging 5.58 on the first ball, and he spares. And a beautiful spare. He figures that out. Despite no head pins, he's 45 through 4. There's a head pin hit, and there's a strike by Nate McLaughlin. Archambault has 1 strike and 7 spares this evening. And on the half Worcester attempt, it's gone. Caleri, it's similar to a Caleri, but is not. The sleeper pin is more tucked in. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. Will Hunter Archambault spare that? He will.